Good morning. This is the 6th of May. I'm not feeling very well, and I can't tell if I just didn't get to sleep for a long time, and then finally got to sleep. But I woke up pretty spacey. It's about to rain. It's kind of humid, kind of cold. I put a sweatshirt on, and this is unusual weather here. And I've been fighting kind of a throat ailment for about 3 days, and it actually feels better today. So I'm gonna be sticking to chicken bone broth and to hot tea. I feel a little spacey, a little mild headache. Um, Makes me wonder if I did something wrong, and I'll leave that query there. But I also woke up to some problems, and I didn't appreciate it. These computer systems are making demands, and you can't talk to real people and get things resolved. You have to abide and obey by the computer, and I'm really getting tired of it. So I was robbed a year ago, and I changed all my account numbers, and still they want me to verify the accounts. It's like, come on, we've been making payments from those. What the hell is the problem? So it's just a bunch of harassment as far as I'm concerned, and I don't need it. And yesterday I was able to put the slide out for the first time. It makes quite a difference. I can see the grease line and the clean floor, a clean tile. And but I can't put the slide in. So they're doing some major surgery on the coach. So I'm looking for a new motor, is what it looks like. So hopefully we'll get this done soon. Don't know if they're going to rebuild it or replace it, but they're on top of it. And I happened to have the tool you needed to get the bucket out of there. I just found a tool under the carpet with a square bit on it, and he couldn't find his tool. I said, I think I got one, and I handed it to him, and it fit right in there. So we're good on that. We're getting stuff done. I got kind of a mild headache. The dog is spoiled. She's used to running in and out, and it's wet out there and kind of greasy, and she brings in the grease and puts it right on the carpet. And I'm tired of cleaning up after her. And she didn't come when I called her. Didn't come several times. So, I know she's got drive. I know she wants to play. I know there's a toy out there, and I know she's got somebody who wants to play with her. But I need to take care of me, which means I need to rest. Lorraine, quiet, quiet, down, down. Good down, good girl. So I got a strike here on YouTube, or a warning. I can't figure it out, to be honest with you. Their communications and all that, and my ability to find myself around on their website man, we just don't match up very well. But apparently my video on April 25th, which is right after they allowed me to upload again. So right away I offended them. And this time they're not telling me why. What they are telling me is medical misinformation about cancer. And you have to abide and agree with the Rockefeller experts who are busy shortening our lives and treating us horribly. That's the godsend, the standard you have to live up to. So we're not allowed to talk or have free speech on that. And I don't know what I said that was so offensive. However, a friend of mine sent me a post on Facebook, and they talked about the number of deaths, and the number of deaths is being suppressed from us. So we can't even get the true numbers on that. So all I can say is that we're stuck. YouTube is part of the problem. Facebook is part of the problem. I think Z or X, whatever the hell you want to call that, that's part of the problem too. They are all parts of the government, in my opinion. I mean, you look at how they are functioning, and that appears to be how they are functioning. So they insist on dictating to us what we are going to think, how we are going to think. And frankly, I wish that my brothers and sisters in Israel would wake up and throw the yoke off. Because if you don't, it's going to get real bad. And then I get another video sent to me, and these young actresses in Hollywood are recommending to women they divorce their husbands. It's really a bad deal, and they have no idea. The women have no idea as to what this is setting them up for. Look, I see these old couples that are small and frail together. I don't see as many of them as I used to see, but they didn't go anywhere without the other. They went to all the medical appointments, everything together, so they were watching each other's backs. And those couples who have been together their entire lives, they are the richest people on the face of the earth. And right now, our keepers are doing the best to destroy marriages, destroy relationships, and they want to create a base of single female professionals because the single female professional will outspend what she makes. And they like that because they want to make more money. And so you have all of these women, actresses, who are bragging about, married at 18, divorced by 21. Married at 25, divorced by 28. Married at 30, and still holding on to it. Still, in the process, going to divorce the guy because she doesn't want to be stuck with a guy. Women don't realize that they're going to be totally alone when they get older. I see these older women who are by themselves. They get no people contact. And because of that, they actually get pretty weird because you have to have human contact to reflect yourself on another human being and establish some of your being, your identity, your reinforcement. So they're advocating that women get rid of them. The other thing is that the courts are biased to give women money, cash, and prizes for violating the contract. Now, I happen to agree with these women that you shouldn't take a state contract out. There were no marriage licenses until about World War II. And there was a marriage in the state of Virginia, Loving versus the state of Virginia. And it was a black man and a white woman, and they wanted to be married. And it was against the state law. So they took that to the court, and they got interracial marriage ramrodded through, approved. But the thing is that there was no state marriage license until World War II. You went to the church, you had the family Bible, and you were married before God. And if you had a problem, you took the family Bible in that would show the dates of birth, the dates of marriage, the dates of death, and that was your evidence. That was your marriage license. So at this particular point, we're being destroyed very quickly, and these women are going to be very, very upset when no man's going to look at them. So a 3-time loser, I'm not going to bother with. She's been married 3 times. It's over. It's done. And these women are demanding. They think we owe them. What? We owe them time, attention, and money? I don't think we owe them any of that. And they insist upon having attention so they can blow us off and break our spirits. They don't know how bad it's going to be when they hit their 50s and 60s. I mean, even Terry Hatcher, who was a beautiful actress when she was younger, she hasn't aged very well. She doesn't look very good, but she doesn't look glamorous anymore. And she says nobody's lining up to take her out. She didn't expect that. And she's alone. So you are being cheated by these people that are advocating that you need to divorce your husband. You need to be on your own so you're not beholden to any man. It destroys the family, destroys the home, tears the children up. But women don't care about that. They've gotten very selfish. So I think that James Unwin's Sex and Culture, I think his conclusions are correct. once female sexuality becomes unbridled, that's his term, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. And shortly thereafter, the entire culture, that civilization, excuse me, disappears from the face of the earth. That's what's going to be happening to the United States of America. That's all there is to it. We have so many problems going on, and we've got enemy inside our gates, and they're running roughshod over us, running rampant. Lorraine, down, quiet. What did I say? Down. I don't feel very good. So I've got some green tea. It's an American-made product, which is nowhere near as good as the real thing from China or from Taiwan. I would love to have some of that. I had a Taiwanese fiance at one point, a girlfriend, and it did not work out. I met her family, and it was pretty interesting. I learned quite a bit. I liked her father quite a bit. The mother did not like me. She was upset because she brought a foreigner home, because there are a lot of young men that would marry her. The mother would introduce her to, but she told the two of them were arguing. I decided, hey, I got to get out of here. I can't hang out here anymore. I didn't want to listen to them shouting throughout the house, the mother and the daughter. I had no business engaging her. Yes, it was exciting, but ultimately, she went after some other red Chinese engineer from mainland China who could talk a language that her parents would understand. And of course, her parents wanted a good retirement, and the retirement is for the children to work, and they give the house to the children. And I hope that young man takes care of his in-laws. And I hope he's happy, since he's hopefully left mainland Red China, and he's in Taiwan, in the southern part of the island. I can hear my lungs rattling a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I'm not quiet. I'm not making any money on YouTube. Not at all. And I really don't think it's worth sticking my head out of the trenches, my head and neck out of the trenches, because they're trying to make it illegal to criticize Israel, because that's anti-Semitism. And I want you to know that they aren't Semites. So we can't even discuss that, because that makes you a racist automatically. Folks, they've conquered us. It is the number one enemy of mankind, and it's our number one enemy. Don't kid yourself. They are going to genocide the whole country as soon as they get into enough power. That's what they're going to do. What, you think they're just going to limit the genocide to Gaza or to the West Bank? Look, they murdered 66 million minimum Christians in the USSR. So you think they're not willing? Oh, and also, it looks like this last round of this whole fiasco with these they have killed, according to one physician, McCullough, they have killed more people with this, and some people, 30% of the people that died from it died on the spot when they got the injection. And they lie about those. They don't give us the stats, the numbers on that. According to Dr. McCullough, more people have died from this than during the entire Civil War. 500,000 people died, I think, during our Civil War. I don't know. I should look it up. Don't hold me to it. Look it up and put it in the comments if you find it. I was trying to upload my video to Rumble, and I don't know how it works. I was able to upload 3 videos to Rumble, and then I tried uploading a bunch more, and they just wouldn't take. And now here it is months later, I see that they're up. They actually made it, but I don't have any kind of a following there, and it's actually monetized, but I think it's not producing anything. So all I want is freedom of speech and freedom to worship the way that I choose. But we're not allowed to have that on YouTube. So I tried to watch the video, tried to see what they were talking about, but the last time they actually gave me a time stamp and I could go there and listen to it. You can't say anything that goes against Big Pharma, and Big Pharma runs the show. That's what the Bible tells us. Their pharmacopoeia, their sorceries. And so if we do anything that runs afoul of the Rockefeller medical system, we're screwed. But the medical system does not give us good treatment. They actually, most everything they do shortens our lives. So I'm doing better because I'm taking myself out of that medical system. I'm told I don't look 72, but I sure as hell feel it. And I'm weary. I'm tired. So I just want to get my rig in good shape, and then I'm going to go off into the sunset at this point because it's just not much fun anymore. I dare not go dancing. That's when I got that dose of COVID. I ended up in the ER. I don't dare go there. I'd like to, but most of those people there tend to be libtards, and they tend to take every one of them, and they think they're superior to the rest of us because they do that. And as I told my brother's youngest daughter, it was an IQ test, and you failed. She's busy trying to shame me. You got to wear a face mask. You might be asymptomatic. No, dumbass. They conned you. They took us down. They took the country down. And they're communists. And they're not going to stop until they have a blood sacrifice to their father, the devil. Well, that's all I got to say. I'm just, I don't know what I said that was so offensive. I know that I cite other doctors who have written books on cancer. And I tell you what's in those. I don't agree with those because I think there's several vectors. I don't agree with the simplicity of some of those, but the thing is that a lot of these medical doctors are following Hulda's recommendations, and they're taking what is that called? Black walnut hull powder. It's indigenous to North America. They grind up the hull, and it is an anti-parasitic. And Hulda said that the metals in the pots and pans in particular were contributing to it, and that there were parasites involved. So she recommended deworming regularly, and these other doctors are doing it regularly. But I guess we aren't allowed to talk about that. We had a neurosurgeon who did a lot of surgery, and he remarked how much this neuroblastoma, whatever the hell it was, the imaging study for it looked a lot like, and he named a frickin' parasite that I don't remember. So he was telling us between the lines because he can't. Oh, my broth is ready. May Yahweh bless.